What's up guys, it's Chachi Power here to do a review for CollectionDX, and today we have the PP-05M Medical Specialist, brought to us by the good folks over at bbts.com, Big Bad Toy Store. Thank you very much for sending this over. Yeah, so let's get started. This is the box it comes in. You'll see it's a nice full color box. It's got the orangey red thing going on with the grid to emulate what you would get in G1 figure. Turned around to the side, you'll see some nice artwork of the medical specialist. And if we come back here, a little bit of info on the medical specialist here, and a little diagram showing all the contents. Now I keep saying medical specialist because this is not an official Hasbro release, although we all know that this is Ratchet. Upon opening the box, you are greeted with this modern plastic tray full of all the accessories, including medical specialist here in his alternate mode. You'll notice this set, it could have come in a small box, but instead iGear went all out and included a bunch of accessories and weapons, including a couple of spare heads, which I'll show you guys later. And let me just show you out back what that looks like. So you'll see everything's neat and nicely laid out, and you also get the instruction booklet, which is not full color, it's just red and black there, and it does come with a nice little plastic card, the spec card. And the spec card is actually really nice. It's plastic. It's like a credit card, a little bit thicker than your standard credit card, but you'll see it's very nice and glossy. You'll see the way the light reflects there. The artwork is very, very nice. If we turn it around, it does have the specs. You'll see the strength, intelligence, speed, endurance, rank, courage, fire blast, skill, along with a nice diagram of him in robot mode and his alternate mode. Right out of the box, he's set up in his alternate mode. Vehicle mode is your boring little minivan type alternate mode. You'll see it's a nice boxy Japanese van looking thing. Very nicely detailed. Check out the chrome bumpers here. Very nice chrome, not cheap, flaky chrome, very nice chrome. It's got clear lenses. You got the headlights and then the turn signals in clear lenses, as you do the back here, red lenses. And the awesome part is that they're chrome trimmed. So they went so far as to trim the molding on the lenses, and you'll see that on the front here too. Now the only problem I've had is just the headlights popping off once in a while. Of course it's not going to do it for me in the video. There you go. When you're handling it, it seems to pop off. You know, you can just crazy glue it if you want. There's two little tabs, but no biggie. It does stay on for the most part. The clear plastic also carries up to the top here. Doesn't have any LED feature or anything like that. It does have a little Tampo printed medical sign there. Spot for license plate should repro labels make something. I'm sure it will go there. And chrome wheels. Now the wheels I love because they're chromed out and everything, but they have rubber tires. This is actually rubber tires, nice and not too soft, you know. Don't know how much or how long these will hold up, you know, throughout the years or whatever, but I'm sure it'll be all right. And you'll notice the side mirrors here, although not chrome, they are silver, so it gives it that mirror look. And if we take a look at the bottom here, you'll see the robot bits, although they're kind of well hidden. There's nothing really obvious about it being a robot. I mean, you don't see arms, you don't see anything that looks like legs or a head or anything. You do see the gun is stored over here in the front, and here you see the die-cast pieces here. So overall, very nice. I'm actually very happy. It rolls nice. It's not that hesitant roll of the newer Transformers that sort of roll, but this really rolls good. Just take a look. It's nothing wobbly going on. It's just very smooth rolling. Now if we take a look through the windshield, you'll see there's actually two seats and a center console, kind of weird looking center console there, and then the dashboard, which is set up for left-hand drive. Alright, so now we're going to get into the robot mode here. And before we even get started, I did want to say this is going to be my second time transforming this. I've only done it once to check out the figure, and this will be my second time. But I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the engineering that's gone into this figure. For a company that's not officially licensed to make these toys, they do have some pretty good people working over there. It's a bit complicated if you're not used to complicated transforming toys like me. I'm used to the whole G1 thing, easy deluxe transforming stuff. And speaking of sizing, deluxe sizing, here he is, obviously vehicle mode. I do want to show you what he compares to with a newer release type deluxe figure. Although this is from the animated Prime series, this is usually what to expect from a deluxe size. So you'll see it is small in scale for a deluxe, but you'll be plenty surprised when I do put this in robot mode, because it is a bit bigger than your deluxe figures. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead with the transformation. You're going to want to pop the gun out. That's the first part of the instructions here. Just slides right out on a tab there. Then we'll go ahead and bring these panels down. Just grab them somehow. Pop them down. Helps to have nails here, like that. Then it says to bring these wheels in, like so. Separate this like that, and bring this whole assembly down. Come around back and bring the feet down. Again, nails. Right, there you go. Come around the other way, spin these around this way, like that. It's a bit tricky, I'm already getting confused here, but thank God for the instructions. Then you gotta bring these legs down like so, like that, and spin them around. Then these panels back here close up like that, and these things swing around back on both sides. Bring them down. And when you're closing those panels, there's a peg here you want to peg in like that. And then this has an arm. Just try and get the arm to move in that way, and then this sort of stays back here. Then once again, spin the legs towards the front here. You'll see the legs are now forming. The front cap of the ambulance goes up that way. Then you want to bring these panels out. Bring the arms out to the side here, like that, and then spin these to come down around the back, like so. And that cap you move forward before, you're going to bring it back here, split it like that, and it just hides right back here. Make sure these are angled. Just make sure all these things clear from this center line here, right above the Autobot logo, which by the way does not come with this set. That's an actual repro label there, but I put it there just so it looks more like Ratchet. And again, just spin this around like so. Then just extend the arms here, make the elbows, and we're pretty much almost done. All you really need to do now is bring the head forward. Snap it down. Then this black hole tabs right into that peg right behind his head. And just open these up again. And there he is, guys. The gun that was attached to the bottom of the vehicle mode, you can go ahead and unfold or transform, whatever you want to call it. Place it in his hand to get the full effect there. I think this figure is actually a very, very good representation of G1 Ratchet. And if we spin him around like so, you'll see he's actually not too bad in the back. You know, there's what everybody calls kibble a little bit, but it's actually not too bad. The way the cab folds in the back kind of looks like it's some sort of type of wing set there. Nothing too distracting. I do love the way the wheels do show up under here to give him that I'm a vehicle in some other form mode thing going on. You'll see the die cast pieces right on the side of the leg here. The feet look great, legs look great, torso looks great. It's just an overall great looking figure. I wanted you to take a look at the head because he does come in alternate heads. Since we're going to get into accessories and weapons right now, you'll see the head is nice G1 looking type, classic type, really well sculpted. You'll see if we look at the back of the head, there is some light piping. What's interesting is that usually the light piping is the color of the eyes, not on this specific set here. iGear made the extra effort of not making this entire thing blue to make his eyes blue, but they did the light piping in clear plastic so it matches more of the head. It doesn't look like there's a big patch of color there. And the eyes are blue. So if we take an LED to the back of the head, you'll see what I'm talking about. Lights up the eyes nice and blue. So we're going to move right on over to the accessories and weapons as shown in the written review for this guy over at CollectionDX.com. He's got quite a few. We're going to start off with the calipers and the big hammer. They're just both black plastic. The calipers and the hammer are actually nicely molded. Everything in this set is nicely molded. The calipers do not move up and down. They're fixed, and it's just a standard hammer. Then you also have an open-ended wrench. This is a top open wrench, and then a flathead screwdriver, a gigantic flathead screwdriver. He's also got welders. He's got one for each arm. Here I only show it in the one arm, but he actually does have two if you want to use both. And he's also got this optical device that goes over one of his eyes, which I think looks really cool, and it's molded in a nice clear blue plastic. He's got a couple more accessories which some of you guys, comic lovers, might enjoy. He does have an IDW comic head, as you can see here. And he's also got the Marvel Comics head, which is the red head. And that head actually looks really good on this set too. It's the same mold as the white one. So I like the fact that they were included in the set. Just makes the set that much better. And we're going to move over to the weapons. He does have this nice gigantic knife, which I definitely like this pose here. He's also got a pair of saw blades that connect right to his hands. The way they connect is you have to actually split the two black halves that hold the blade, and then just snap them back over his hand. He's also got the gun, which folds up neatly under his alternate mode. You'll see here he's holding it with both hands. And then he's got these two gigantic guns. He's got like a sniper rifle and some big blaster cannon. It's not really leaning him over. I kind of have it looking like it's weighing him down. It's actually not. The weapons are not heavy at all. I just have it posed that way. And what I thought was a neat feature was the fact that his forearm actually flips open, and you see a little communicator device, and on top of that you'll see it's got a little satellite dish thing which just snaps over the top of the panel there. He's also got the standard weapon here, which I've actually put on his other forearm. The other forearm also has a panel that opens up. There's no communicator, but there is a tab there which you can put the weapon on. Now, one thing that drives Transformers fans, and I'm talking about the hardcore ones, absolutely crazy, is scale. All right, I did show you that this guy is kind of small even for a deluxe in vehicle form. However, in robot form, he is actually pretty big. So we're going to go ahead and compare him to an iconic character in deluxe size. We'll do this here with Optimus Prime. That's a little deluxe classic style Optimus Prime. You'll see towers over that one, so definitely not a deluxe size figure. Alright, next we'll use a masterpiece figure that a lot of people have, maybe not this color but the mold or versions thereof. And here is Thundercracker alongside of Ironhide. You'll see how he scales with that. And of course everybody wants to see this one. It's the MP10 mold, and you'll see I can't even get him in the frame there, but that's what he scales like to that, which you know, according to the pictures I've seen, I'm not going to go watch the cartoons again, but a couple of pictures I pulled up, this is still not in scale to a masterpiece. However, I did manage to remember that I have this guy here, and that actually scales pretty darn good with that, according to what I've seen. I'm sure there's going to be people out there that are going to beg to differ, but from what I've seen and what I can find online, this is pretty much how it scales. However, this is an evil version of Optimus Prime, not the regular colors. But yeah, that's how he scales with those. As a matter of fact, now that I've got both these guys out here, these are both iGear toys. Okay, you got the evil Optimus Prime, the evil leader, whatever they call it, PP-01E or whatever. And then you got the medical specialist here. In case you guys have this, or any version thereof, I only have this version, I don't know if the regular color version is the same. Plastic feels kind of thin and maybe brittle. I don't really mess with that guy too much. Still a good quality toy, still very detailed, and very worth what it costs, which is like, I guess, $65 shipped. Not too bad. I'm kind of happy with it. Just the plastic is a little bit, but nothing has broken. Anyways, then you have this guy here. Definitely an improvement in plastic quality. The plastic feels a lot thicker. It looks thicker. It looks sharper. It's more precise in the molding. You'll see the seam lines are very, very, very small. There's very few gaps. And on this, there's a lot of gaps. You'll see gaps in the feet. Just gaps everywhere. Just not the same thing. Probably not even the same factory. I don't know. But just something for you guys to take into consideration if you own this and don't feel like spending money on that. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, the price of admission to this Ratchet party here is over $100. Now, although he is built a lot better than your standard Deluxe or Voyager figure out there, it's still pricey. You know, I think they threw the die cast in there. It's not needed, the die cast. I'm sure they just threw that in there to make it feel a little more expensive, but it's still an expensive figure. It may be worth it to some of you guys. I mean, this is, in my opinion, the best version of Ratchet out there. But again, that's all an opinion. It looks great, feels great, molding is great, plastic's great, everything's really good in this. I don't have anything bad to say. If you want to pick one of these up, make sure you stop by Big Bad Toy Store and check those guys out. They got this guy there, and they also have the Ironhide version if you prefer Ironhide. But if you have any questions or comments, guys, please leave them below. We tend to read the comments and hopefully respond as soon as possible. And make sure to check out CollectionDX.com. Check out the show. If you guys haven't subscribed, definitely check out the show. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.